That's probably the most interesting point I've heard from anyone attempting to justify trans women are women.
So Brian Kaplan, he's a professor. He wrote this as a response, as a definition of women to your documentary. Literally, a woman is an adult human female. But to be nice, we extend honorary woman status to biological males with strong gender dysphoria. While this initially seems odd, we're just treating the word woman the same way we've long treated the word parent. Literally, a parent is a human who is sexually reproduced. But to be nice, we extend honorary parent status to people who adopt kids. Strictly speaking, they're not real parents, but it's rude to say so, and even ruder to make a big deal out of it. He later goes on to clarify that there are clear societal benefits to calling people who adopt kids parents, while the societal impact for calling men women seems potentially harmful. Do you think his analogy to adoptive parents is fair? And if not, how is his analogy flawed, excluding the societal benefit aspect?
So he's acknowledging that there's no societal benefit, or even it's societally harmful to say that trans women are women. He's acknowledging that?
He acknowledges that it seems like there seems to be some societal harm, and I think you go further and describe some of that societal harm.
And he's also acknowledging that they're not really women, we're just saying they are.
I don't want to misquote him, but yes, he's saying that they're really not women, but we use the term as an honorary term for men with severe gender dysphoria.
Okay. So I just want to establish that. So we're talking about, so we don't agree fundamentally on the truth of the situation. Now we're getting into like etiquette. What's the polite thing to do? On that point, I think that it's never the polite and kind and right thing to do to lie to someone and to affirm them in delusions, especially ones that are self-destructive and breed despair, like we talked about. Now, as to his analogy, it's an interesting analogy. In fact, it's interesting that that's probably the most interesting point I've heard from anyone attempting to justify trans women are women, and it's coming from someone who doesn't even buy it. So that's kind of interesting that no one on the left ever thought of that. But I still think that it's flawed. I think in the end it's a flawed analogy. And the main reason is that when we talk about parent, we're describing a relationship. Parent is a description of a relationship, whereas woman is a description of an individual. It's a biological description in and of itself. Whereas parent, we're describing the relationship between an adult and a child. And so I think when you're describing a relationship, you have a little bit more room to take someone who is not a biological parent and still refer to them as a parent. So I guess that's the crucial distinction for me.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.